First of all, Kim, welcome to Adelaide.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. I mean, what a beautiful place.
And you've got perfect weather for it too.
Yeah, lovely.
That's fantastic. And congratulations, firstly, on the huge success of If I Can't Have You.
Thank you, yeah.
You must be wrapped in the...
Yeah, it's been a great year, actually, with the singles collection doing so well and that record doing well. Gives me an opportunity to come out and do live stuff. You know, it's great. You know, success at any time in your life is great, but it's been really wonderful this year.
But 13 years of success.
Yeah, well, 13 years. I mean, a lot of it has been really good, but there have been times when it wasn't so successful. So, you know, it's just like life. Life's like that. But it's been good. It's been a real challenge, and I've loved every minute of it.
Now, with that, I mean, the single was up there in the top 5 in Australia for several weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a huge song all over Australia.
Yeah.
Of all songs to bring back to life, why an old Bee Gees classic?
It was, you know, purely an accident, actually. It was my brother's wife's idea, and we were in the kitchen, and we were talking about the possibility of doing another cover. Because we hadn't done one since Hanging On, and that was a long time ago. Yeah. And we wanted to do one, a really good one. But we didn't want to do one unless we were really inspired by it, and it was her idea, so we tried it, and it sounded really good on my voice. Really seemed to suit it.
That was great. Are you an old Bee Gees fan?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't relevant to us whether they'd written it or not. I mean, the fact is that they are great songwriters, and we didn't choose it because of the Bee Gees. We chose it because it was a great song, you know.
Fantastic. Now, Ricky and Marty, they've been there, I guess, since the word dot,
yes.
Producing your songs and everything for you. For those that don't know, Ricky is your brother.
Brother, yeah.
And Marty is your dad.
Father, yeah.
Great. How have you found working with them, like keeping in the family like that?
Well, you know, I don't know. Family businesses aren't as easy as they look sometimes. You know, with families, there's an awful lot of emotion wrapped up in what you do.
Yeah.
And when you succeed, it's great, but when you're not succeeding, everyone takes it very badly. And but then again, we're very strong for each other. So in the bad times, not that there've been that many, they've been really, behind me and kept me going. Really, we keep each other going. Marty doesn't really sort of get much involved in my career these days, but he wrote Kids in America and Cambodia and all those great early hits for me with Ricky, and we're really enjoying playing them again, it's really good fun.
Great, and you actually play all the old songs as well during your tour?
Yeah, this is a singles collection tour, and it's a greatest hits tour. It's a hits tour. Right. So we play predominantly things that have been really successful, with some chosen album tracks that I really like. And it's pretty fast-paced. It's quite a rocky set, actually. A little bit dancey, but mostly kind of rock dance,
With the dance, you sort of feel... What sort of music is your own personal taste? Do you like more of the rocky stuff, or?
Well, I like all kinds of music, I mean, I was in some club here last night. I don't know what it was called. It was very techno, and I really liked that. But other times, I was in another club a few nights ago in Perth, and that was very soul, very soul-orientated. So I really like all kinds of music. I'm very open-minded.
So you hit the clubs?
Yeah, try to as much as possible, yeah.
All right, are you going to be hitting the clubs tonight after your gig?
I expect so, yeah.
This is good. Now, is there, out of all the songs that you've done, is there a particular favourite that you really like the most?
There's a record that we released called Rage to Love, which I really loved. Yeah. And we had it remixed by Dave Edmonds, and it had a kind of a stray cat vibe to it, and I loved that record.
Now, what about Australian music? Have you heard much Australian music and Australian bands?
Well, I know Deborah Conway,
yeah.
And met her yesterday, and I think she's great. She's got a really powerful voice and a really strong sort of persona, and so I think she's kicking. And I was really pleased to see Crowded House do so well at the BPI this year, which is fantastic. They're a class act.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, over the last 13 years... has it been hard to keep up with the constant changing in the music, from when you look back at your older stuff up to what you're coming up with now? How's it been trying to keep up with the change in music so much? Well,
you pretty much have to do your own thing, and if you start sort of being too contrived and approaching a record like, we'll make it sound like what's in the charts, chances are you're going to produce something that's a bit dull, really. So... we're influenced and inspired by what's going on all the time, obviously, but it doesn't dictate to us what we do. And we've pretty much always been pretty single-minded about the way we go into a studio, and the emphasis is always on the songwriting. And I suppose it's really just sounds that change a record from sounding 70s or 80s into the 90s. It's a production technique, really, and that's something that's really more in Ricky's hands.
Right. And with your cover songs that you've done being so successful, do you like doing the cover songs, and will you be doing more cover songs, you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's I would prefer to do original material, and that's what we pretty much, stuck to over the years. And I think if we have a good idea for a cover, we'll do it. But I wouldn't put money on whether that will definitely happen or not,
Any good ideas for a hot cover that you really like, that you'd love to do?
Well, I love ABBA stuff, I'd really love to do one of the ABBA songs. And, but the thing is, they've been done to death, by Erasure and millions of other people, so that's the only problem.
And you like a lot, with now coming from Britain, do you like much of the British pop stuff and your things like your Erasure and your New Orders and that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I really like New Order a lot. And in fact, we were going to do a cover of a New Order song in the set, but we ended up doing an Iggy Pop one instead.
Oh, really?
And but yeah, there's loads of great pop music. I mean, I'm still a big pop fan, and I love the way that the charts are such a mixture of different styles. There's lots of dance and there's rock. And so you can have a Metallica record next to a New Order record, and it all makes sense to me.
Yeah. Well, we are seeing a lot more of the introduction of the more pop and the dance stuff coming into charts, especially here in Australia. We're getting a lot of the real overseas dance tracks. You've always got your Belgium sounds and your
Italian stuff.
Yeah, and it's starting to really come into the charts now.
I like it. I mean, I really love the remix approach to to old records. If it's done well, it's really exciting. And there's one that we're having a few remixes done at the moment of Kids in America, one by the Rapinos, which is on a remix album that's out now, which I really love. It's
very fast.
Captures the spirit of the record, but in a kind of 90s vibe. So
will that be released as a single, do you think?
I'm not sure if that's the one that's going to be the single or the one that we're waiting on for at the moment from Capella. So we're just waiting to see what that one sounds like.
Capella. Oh, that's great. Now, how do you find the music of today? With such a variety and with it going towards, you do get all your techno and your stuff like that. Is it hard, do you find it hard at all to break a song that's more rockish than...
I don't think so. I mean, Love Is Holy did kind of, really well for me, and that was only last year. Pardon me. So I don't think so. I mean, just from looking in the charts, as I said, there's just an opportunity really for all kinds of styles, and so I don't find that the charts inhibiting in any way.
Yeah, because I've noticed in a couple of interviews that I've seen you do and heard you do, people seem to think, Kim Wilde, you're back, it's been so long. But they obviously haven't heard that you've had the Love Is album, you've had another Step album, you've had stuff over the whole 13 years.
Well, pretty much I've been working on an album or promoting an album throughout all that time, and it's just like some of it did better than other stuff, and that's just the way that life is. I mean, we've had a fairly consistent, successful run, but sometimes it didn't trickle down to here, unfortunately. But from the audience's reaction so far, they all seem to know exactly what I've been up to. There are people here who've really kept in touch with me.
Are you surprised at Australia? Did you think that Australia was going to be a place that would be so high with Kim Wilde? I mean, since the very first singles, Australia has always sort of loved that sort of tune, and they've loved the music. Have you found, you haven't been to Australia too often, have you?
Not in the first part of my career. I mean, I did a few promo trips, and I've never toured here,
Yes, I know.
But the last year or two, I mean, I spent an awful lot of time here, especially last year. And I've got a really kicking record company who are just doing fantastic things for me here. Yeah. And I do take my hat off to them. And I don't know, the people here just seem to kind of, dig me for some reason. This is completely all right with me, because I love being here.
Well, that's great.
So I'm chuffed, It is a bit of a surprise, to tell you the truth, because the reaction has been so overwhelming.
Well, it's good because you often get a band or an artist that has a song and it's either accepted by radio or it's not accepted by radio, or it's accepted by the dance clubs or it's not accepted by the dance clubs. Yeah. And with something like If I Can't Have You or even Keep Me Hanging On, it was accepted really by both. Yes. The clubs seem to really give it a high rotation and play it. I know myself, I'm playing If I Can't Have You sometimes 2 or 3 times in a night.
That John Robertson mix is good of it. Have you heard that one?
I've heard every single one.
Yeah, that sort of high techno sound. Yeah, he works out of Tokyo, and when I was doing a gig there, we went to his club and sort of saw all the Japanese techno dancers going crazy, and it sounded wonderful in the club, really, really good. So I think remixes are a great idea.
And it's good to have a dance floor packed with your song. It's like
everyone it's a really good vibe. Really, I was sitting on the balcony watching them all dancing to If I Can't Have You, which is such a kick. It really gives you a great feeling.
That's great. Now, what else was I going to ask you? While you're on tour, how are you going on tour? How are you finding on tour? Do you like being on tour and you like doing the live gigs?
Well, I've loved being on this tour particularly. I haven't really been on a long tour since '88 when I did the Michael Jackson dates, and we did 30 shows with him over about a 3-month period. This is just over a month of touring. We started in Europe and went to Japan, and now we're here. And it's all a bit new for me, really, because I've never done gigs in Japan and I've never done gigs here. And the weather here is fantastic, which makes touring a lot more fun than in Europe, where you're often sort of shivering in a coach, falling over on ice. And to see the audience's reaction has been such a surprise. I just didn't realise how much people really like me.
We do.
If you're not in the country, you don't know. If you're not there, then how can you really know?
That's right.
So it's been fantastic. I love being on the road. I've got my brother here. He's on keyboards and guitar, and there's not many people who have their own writer and producer on stage with them,
Yeah.
And very much our records have been so much about his approach to production and his sound, and there he is on stage, reproducing it, which is great for the audience, and great for me. And I've got a really kicking band. I've got my guitarist of 10 years, Steve Bird, with me. I've got a couple new members. There's 7 of us on stage, and we're all having the best time of our life.
Great. Now, where do you go from here after you finish your Australian leg of the tour? What's next after that?
Well, we've got one gig, strangely enough, in Bangkok, which is really bizarre, isn't it? And we have lots of offers now for the Greatest Hits tour this year, throughout the summer and festivals and stuff. But that's in a few months' time, really. And prior to that, I'm having a month off in Australia. So I'm just a friend of mine's flying over. We're meeting in Brisbane. Then we're going up to Cairns, and we're going to learn how to dive and have a great time. So.
Fantastic. Now, when you say a friend of yours is coming over, is this a new male friend of yours coming over? Or?
No. He's just a friend of mine. And I have a disastrous love life. But the rest of my life is wonderful, so that's okay.
That's great. Well, it's fantastic to see you down here at last. It's been definitely long waited for. Now, John Peters, you spoke to John Peters on the phone only recently from here at SAFM, and he sort of put the question to you about a possible acting career, or where you're going to go from here after doing this. Now, you're going in to do your next album, aren't you?
Yeah, we're creating a new album during the summer for the autumn. Which I'm really excited about, and I think we're going to try lots of new and different kinds of approaches to making records, but I can't really discuss that really now because we haven't really discussed it ourselves, but this is the idea, and we're very excited. And
it's your own originals, that's all your own stuff?
Well, yeah, a combination of our own original songs and maybe other people's songs, maybe working with other different artists, writers, producers, trying something different. I don't know. Ricky and I just decided that this would be a good time to take on different avenues with music, but keeping it pop and keeping it commercial at the same time. I'm not going to sort of thrust a concept album on you yet. And I would like to branch out a lot more in TV or media, something media related. Or maybe something completely different, I don't know.
So we could see Kim Wilde starring in the next Days of Our Lives, or...
Well, gosh, I don't know. Let me think. Acting. I could try it. Why not? I mean, I might be good. I might be rubbish, but, never know till I try.
Exactly. I'm still in awe
Oh no!
I think you're fantastic, and I'm sure I can speak for everybody here in Adelaide that it's so good to have you down here at last. And
Aww.
all the best with your new album and whatever you do from here on in.
Wow.
You've done fantastically over the last 13 years, and I hope you do even better in the next 13 years.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in to talk to us, Kim Wilde on SAFM. Now tonight you're at the Coca-Cola Teenage Rampage at the Bridgeway.
Yes.
So that's going to be a fun-packed show.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be great.
What can we sort of expect in your live show tonight?
Oh, well, basically, me and the band having the time of our lives. And I sometimes think, even if the audience weren't there, we'd still be having a great time. You know, it's just a really kicking band. We've been on the road for, a number of weeks now, so we're really hot. It's pretty rocky, actually. So it's very high-powered, really. Quite noisy and a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kim Wilde.
Thank you.
Now, just... Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay. Hi, this is Kim Wilde. JP, come on, stroke my inner thigh, and I'll give you a Peter's porno pic.
Beautiful.
The big suck.
Now, this is the thing we have, sucking for tickets. We get people up on the telephone, they've got to suck for tickets. They can get a free ticket to Kim Wilde or Depeche Mode or something like that.
Hi, this is Kim Wilde. Hang out with JP, the big suck, and we'll all suck for tickets on SAFM's Hot 20.
Great.
Okay. SAFM's Hot 20 Total Recall, but JP, you don't look anything like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Poor boy.
Gosh,
Gosh, there's a lot here, aren't there?
Don't worry about the bottom ones there at all. Just the main top one.
All right. Hi, I'm Kim Wilde. Welcome to SAFM's Hot 20. Hi, this is Kim Wilde, and you're on the air everywhere with JP and SAFM's Hot 20 Countdown. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I'll just get you to just do maybe a couple of the Hot 20, and here's number 10 and here's number 15 or something. Just so we can use those before we play your songs.
Okay, yeah. Hi, this is Kim Wilde, and you're tuned into SAFM's Hot 20, and here's number 15. Hi, this is Kim Wilde, and you're tuned into SAFM's Hot 20, and here's number 10.
Great. And one's for me on the back. If you could possibly read those, because I'm going to use those actually during the nightclubs before I play your song. I'll actually sort of put them on. So in the club they all think, oh, wow, there's Kim Wilde.
Okay. Okay. Hi, this is Kim Wilde and Mike Evans. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody. Okay.
Excellent.
And you're raging? Okay. Hi, this is Kim Wilde, and you're raging with Mike Evans and Transformers.
That's it. At Transformers.
Oh, at Transformers, okay. Hi, this is Kim Wilde, and you're raging with Mike Evans at Transformers. Hi, this is Kim Wilde, and you're partying with Mike Evans. Hi, this is Kim Wilde and Mike Evans. I've been ringing and ringing you, but you keep me hanging on.
Beautiful.
With the meat pie action happening.
Phil, well, I'm down here in my final location for the day in the Good Pies and Great Sausage Rolls van, thanks to Balfour's and Classic Chocolate Milk from Farmers Union, and I'm situated in Glenelg in the Collie Reserve car park down here on Collie Terrace.
Don't touch that dial. It's red hot with another 50-minute music marathon. 107.1 SAFM.
Calm and clear going through Goodwood Road, Unley Road, and also down Port Rush Road, so take it easy on your way in there. Over to you, Cam.
And how you doing? Yep, thanks, Cam the Man here as the countdown for Sky Shirley. Hundreds of people streaming towards Bonython Park.
And g'day, this is Mike Evans. I've just taken a drive up through the Adelaide Hills, and although the traffic is smooth, all cars are go towards the city. I've made it all the way up here to Mount Lofty. Perfect view, loads of people. Deck chairs, the works. Let's get this party started. Yeah, let's party. How you doing? Cam the man here, and I'm Parkinson Park. And I won't have a problem travelling along Beveridge Road or Henley Beach Road. And good evening, this is Mike Evans, just leaving Mount Lofty at the moment. It's all set and roaring to go up there. They've got the deck chairs going and the barbecue's burning quite nicely. Heading back in towards the city. Traffic looks fine, nice and smooth. Nothing really much to worry about down here. And how you doing? This is Cam the man again.